What's up YouTube, it's your boy Tito again with another tutorial for you. Today we continue with the series of little baby type beat, and for this one it's gonna be a structuring. If you have been a little bit struggling on how to structure your beat, not only kind of little baby type beat but any kind of beat, today we discuss what makes the structure of your beat to be interesting to the listeners, and we're gonna cover all the basic elements that makes your beat to sound good to the listeners, no matter you think if your beat is repeated. So what makes the beat to be repeated comes from the structuring. Now let me explain this a little bit clear. Some people think bringing a lot of different melody makes like you can have many melodies in a beat. That what makes it to be, like interesting or unique. Sometimes you just worsen the situation. So you need to know that like making your beat to be interesting comes from how you structure it, because even if you have a simple melody, like one simple melody, and the way you structure everything, how you bring in every kind of drums, is another thing that could even change your game. Like it doesn't sound again simple as you think. Let us have a listen on the beat that we are going to structure. You see, just simple as that. It's not that dangerous beat. For this beat it goes like Little Baby Okay. Actually, don't get me wrong, this is not a remake of Okay, but yeah, the way it sounds. So actually when we look at the beat, we see that we have the higher pitch melody, lower pitch melody, we have the drum loops that goes from the beginning up to the end. So when you structure beat, we're gonna go determine like we're gonna have the first thing is the introduction, and we are going to have a verse, and then the hook comes after the verse. Then we repeat the verse again and the hook again come like 2 times. Actually, to start with the introduction, we are just going to copy this part here and paste it all over. Then here we select some instrument that we want the beat to start with. The first one, actually I don't want something like, I don't want anything like a drum, and I don't want this string to come immediately. Also, I can take this part first and see how it comes empty. This is too long. So far, this is how our intro looks like. From the beginning of the 4 bars, we just have a main melody, piano, with nothing on it. And then on the second 4 bars, and then we added the support background for the melody. And yeah, the text takes us like a drop to start our new verse, a new bars for the verse. So the verse started with nothing like a kick, but just started with an airway, no even clap. Just yeah, that's what I was feeling like I can bring in. Like you don't need to bring everything from the beginning. You go slowly, and then as the rapper comes in and brings new things, so the beats also develop also and arise. So you don't need to bring things just once. So if you listen to it now, this is how it starts.
Jesus made it.
This is already the starting of the verse, bro. Yeah, that's pretty much how it looks like. Probably this is just the intro, and here is the beginning of the verse. Yeah, as you see here, actually after every 8 bar we have different feelings. So this is how you want to look your structure. Like what makes it to be interesting is how you bring things, how different it comes in, not one way of doing it over and over and over and over. Like here I just started with airway and with just the violin, okay, all the other part of the melody here. So the rapper already drops his verse, like that. And then here, now here you want to change the momentum of the rapper. If he started here slowly, then here it will change also. Sometimes even the topics change that he in the, because in the rapping it's all about like topics. He changed the topics also, which allows him to change the topic here. So here actually I just dropped the clap hi-hat and the open hi-hat, then the kick, which was not here before. So the violin and just the melody part continues. Just here the change being made here is about just the drums. And when it comes to the third part here, what I have is the string, the short string that comes in, and the reverse open hi-hat that makes like shoot on the clap. And this is how the feeling is changed. Also the rapper change the topics here, and yeah, the momentum keeps on going, bro. Let me just play it from how this one is the ending, and you see how it will takes you to the another one. This is how you want your structure to look. Yeah, sometimes you can bring a transition like this. You see, to introduce the next bar. So if you have the structure in the first section of your verse different, and the second one is different, and the third one is different, it's okay. You can keep the same thing here. You can keep the same one on the third here, and just make some changes at the end. You make some changes at the end, like you're sending the rapper off, you're sending the verse off actually. And this is how I do it. I just continue with the same thing here. I'm not going to change, but here the drums here, the drums in the session here will be the one to switch to show that I'm going to the next session of the verse. Then here, when it reaches here, and this have like the remaining 2 bars, so I can cut like the any of the busy instrument, like a hi-hat, so you see when you catch something busy, when you catch something busy, do you see the feeling it brings in? It's just shown some difference, This is to show the rapper that he is going, bro. Now after the rapper is gone, now we bring in the hook. Actually, for the structuring of Little Baby, the hook always have just short bars. It can be just like 8 bars, even like this, but I'm going to make it 16 bars. So after sending the rapper up with busy hi-hats, so here we bring in again the violin. Then we introduce something which is not in it, which you have not heard today, the snare. Just these two stuff here can bring the difference in the hoop now. And you're gonna feel, I don't want the string to be. Yeah, for the hook, actually it can repeat itself because it's not a very long stuff. Otherwise, you can do this. You can do this, like cut the drum at the end to transit you to another one, like to transit to another section of the hook, like here. You can cut the drums here, and then like here you can cut the drums here, and then let's see how it goes to the new section of the hook. Like this, bro, you are done already with the structure of the beat. You can just copy the same stuff here and paste the other way, so your beat repeats like that. And yeah, like you have two verses, you have two hooks, and yeah, that makes your music already. And so I'm just gonna copy the same stuff here and duplicate it, just do some little difference here. Like here I will take the 808 away, then here I just bring in the clap. Let's see. So what I can do here again is bringing in a drop of hash to introduce it, to bring in the new momentum, Just exchanging the clap with the 808 which was here. You see the second section of the second part of the verse comes in also so different, so different. You see, like the rapper is just starting his momentum, and here again we include the hi-hat has a drop to take us to another section of the verse. Yeah, that wraps it, guys, for this tutorial. It was basically just a simple way of structuring your beat interesting. If you want another video on automation, how to automate your beat, make it so interesting, also let me know it in the comment section below. But this was the basic concept that you can consider on structuring your beat, and it really sounds good. And with just the simple thing that I've done, I'm going to play the entire beat for you, so stay at the back there and enjoy the beat. See you in the next one. Peace.